it's time for Maine Guide Mondays, where Maine Guide Catherine Gordon takes us on a tour of the beautiful places around our state.
And this week, Catherine talks about the impact bird hunting has had on the state's economy, as well as conservation efforts.
Hunting is a time-honored tradition that I grew up with and is a wonderful way to fuel my body both physically and mentally with healthy food and exercise. This little guy right here is a ruffed grouse. These birds are a wonderful substitute for store-bought chicken, which may be plumped full of all kinds of things you might not want to eat. A lot of times I'll hunt for these birds in the North Maine woods on roads that are owned by logging companies. They have generously allowed the public to use these roads as long as they're respectful of the equipment and the big rigs in the road going by. And it can be a little intimidating sometimes to see these big trucks go by loaded to the gills with wood, but I've always enjoyed watching that part of the operation. And these roads are beautiful, and you can walk along and see all kinds of things like moose and get food to take home for dinner. Hunting is a major contributor to the economy here in Maine. It brings in over $300 million and provides over 3,000 jobs. It is a larger economic impact than skiing, snowboarding, or rafting, and the income benefits are especially important in rural and remote areas of Maine. The U.S. has a successful wildlife management system, of which hunters are a huge part. The Pittman-Robertson Act of 1937, where hunters voluntarily imposed an 11% tax on their sporting arms, ammunition, and archery equipment, provides more than $17 billion specifically for conservation. And true hunters want healthy populations of all of our wildlife here in Maine. And here we have celebrity chef Denny Corvo cooking up the last few grouse that I got on my last trip. His wild chef recipes are amazing, and I hope you check them out. We all want to connect with the outdoors and nature, and we can use our renewable resources in a way to protect and provide the survival of species into the future. The decline of hunters going forward does threaten how we pay for conservation. If we lose their licenses, fees, and taxes, is the general public willing to pay more to protect wildlife? So even if you are not a hunter, I hope you can appreciate the hundreds of millions of dollars brought into the economy, all the good works towards conservation, and the healthy benefits both in food and exercise. It truly is a Maine tradition. I'm Catherine Gordon, and you can follow me on Instagram at My Maine Guide Life.
So my dad is actually a hunter, and he recently got a deer.
Oh, wow.
And he made his own venison sausage. And I tried it while we were there last weekend.
Was it good?
It was really good. I was kind of impressed. Yeah.
I've had venison jerky before.
Yes, he makes that too.
That's about the only venison I've ever had, and it's delicious.
Yeah,
it really is really good.
When it's done right, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's ever gone, bird hunting. But interesting to hear those numbers about how big it is for the state.
It is. I was surprised to hear that it's bigger than the rafting, skiing, and snowboarding business here in Maine. So yeah, that is kind of surprising, but great to see. I mean, we have so much, wild land here for it. So yeah, it's a great place to come if you're into that sort of
Probably
thing.
so good to get out and explore too, see all the great scenery.
Quiet, I'm sure, out there, right?
Probably.
And just make sure and wear that orange.
Yes, exactly.
That's right. I saw
Wear
so
that
many when I was up in like the Freiburg area on last Friday, and we were hiking in the snow. Bunch of hunters were out and about, and I saw them in their orange vests.
There you go.
Yeah, you got to wear that. That's for sure.
All right.